EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Commanders.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They run. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
This defense for the Cowboys, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
To throw is Daniels.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Still fighting for more. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt.
Shifts free at the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon.
Now the extra point.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Prescott off play action. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter.
Jalen Lane deep for Washington.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. You look at this Cowboy defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here we go. Cougar 19. 18, 5 in.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. That's to Lane. He's got it outright. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter, Cavante Turpin, deep for the Cowboys. He'll field this at the 5. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you take a big on for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
How you leave a receiver of that caliber, that wide open on that play is absolutely beyond me. You've watched tape. You've gone over the scouting report. Your first move should be double or triple him and make sure someone else doesn't beat you.
Well, especially on 3rd down, that's what's really baffling. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This a 2nd and 8. To throw is Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go. Right check. Line. Here we go. 54. Here we go. 47. 26.
Prescott to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
We're going to 54.
Prescott from the gun. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go. Start.
Throwing now is Daniels. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To the air goes Daniels. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
So on 4th down, Matthew Hayball on to punt. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Prescott. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
There we go. Hey, kill.
Here's Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Now Prescott. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That's another Cowboys.
They'll try to run this one in. Now he's able to bring to 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay, break.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Pass caught, it's Lane with it. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
That's good for Washington. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. Check. Bring it. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Krusky Miller. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. Now Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. That's caught downfield. It's Lane. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now. Ready, ready?
They go play action. Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Lane, 29 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that right there.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. It's actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might have a smaller back. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Throwing, Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
It's a 10-yard loss.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Panther 60, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here's Daniels. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Let's go.
Daniels looking to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18, Pioneer. Ready,
Looking to throw. Daniels. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
From the gun on third down, Daniels. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Daniels going to throw for it. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Jalen Lane in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Now for the point after. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. He spins free. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, it was a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Prescott down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A big 30-yard play on third.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott.
They'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
George Pickens.
46 yards.
And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game all time.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
Big yardage that time for Washington.
45 yards.
Here we go. Like this. Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw is Daniels.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Savon Rebel. And the Cowboys are going to get the football. Here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they were in a
great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cougar 19. Panther 11.
Milton. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's going to let this go deep. Back over to Moore. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
To throw is Milton. Pass to the sideline, pulled in. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Phil Maffa. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Back roll 80.
They'll run here with Lipton. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Here's 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Dragon 60. 70 Rangers, 70, cut 19, cut 19. Mustang 19.
Here's Milton. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively. Zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Daniel's going to keep it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready?
Back to throw. Daniels setting up the screen. Krosky Merritt. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Savon Rebel on the coverage.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So a response there to the touchdown, the opening drive of this third quarter, as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match him touchdown for touchdown. But the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. To throw, it's Milton. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Charger, 19 Charger.
Throwing is Milton. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Yeah, they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. To the air goes Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got the man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cowboys' 22-yard line.
19-18.
A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Commanders are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score. Commanders 31. Cowboys 21.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes... And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, Daniels. And he will go down, a Cowboy sack. Donovan Ezeraku just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
At the 28-yard line.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A gain of 9 brings
Partner, it was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Riggs, 70 Timberwolves. Check smash. 79 Broncos. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his receiver, Lane. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, 48 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Commanders 38, Cowboys 28.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, he bowls over it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second and 10.
54, yeah, and 47. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Got his man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
31 yards.
Hey, kill.
Good for the Cowboys. First down.
We got 46.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Hey, kill. 47.
Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To the air again, Prescott. He's going to take another shot here. That's caught inside the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. From 19 yards away. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Well, they go play action. Daniels. That's caught. Downfield, it's Lane. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Jalen Lane, 30 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. If they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Gets this into the hands of Blue. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's good for Cowboys. 1st down.
Prescott to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, Prescott stripped. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
18 Rattler. 19 tight. 19 tight.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
7 Tigers. 7 Pot. 70 Rangers. 7 Cougar 19.
Here's Milton now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. KaVontae Turpin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
At the 26-yard line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. That one looks like he'll throw here. A throw left side, hauled in by Lane. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Go street. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready, right?
Daniels going to throw for it. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Go. Ready.
On 1st down, it's Blue. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
We'll swing this out to Blue. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Ready.
Now a handoff to Blue running left side. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
I should probably start ahead, boy, because I got all the heads, boy.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
43-yard line.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And we're just inside the 10 seconds to go. They'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
70 Timberwolves. 18 Pioneer. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for the Cowboys, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to get back on the beam next.